Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my dueling videos, and today we're looking at the new archetype from the best mini box the game has ever released, Kappa, Megalith. Now, if you saw the pack opening, I have a few more cards than I did when I ended the pack opening. The reason was, I was thinking this morning and I was like, you know what, my rule has always been to just spend out my gems and then call it quits. So I ended the stream with 2,000 gems still in my box, and I went ahead and spent them. That gave me a second Bethor, a second Ophiel, and I think that was it. I think that was it. So it made this deck a little bit better. But now I can, completely say that I'm done with the box. I went through it twice, and I have no reason to go into it again. But anyway, into the Megalith. They are a ritual archetype, and I'm going to try to simplify it as much as I can. So when you see the level 8s, think of them as ritual spells. The level 4s, they're going to be a ritual monster that you can tribute to ritual summon another ritual monster from your hand. Sorry, let me backtrack. However, in order to summon the monster from your hand, you have to use the monster you're tributing as one of the tributes for it. So for example, if you have Ophiel and you want to summon a level 8, you're going to have to use the Ophiel and something else. You can't use just another monster. Like, this has to be part of the ones you tribute. But yeah, anyway, that sums up their effects. Now they each have their own unique effect when ritual summon. That goes for the level 4s. Haggett is going to search a spell and a Megalith spell and trap card. Most of the time we're going to be searching the ritual spell, but since we can search for these cards really easily, I went ahead and added an emergence. We'll go over that in a little bit. Ophiel, when summoned, is going to add a ritual monster, Megalith ritual monster from your deck. And the Megalith Ock, I don't know how to say this. Somebody said Ox, but that seems weird, so we're gonna call him Ock. Megalith Ock is going to draw 1, discard 1. Now, the only one that is a quick play effect is Ock, meaning you can activate Ock to ritual summon during your opponent's turn. He's the only one that has that. That's why he's so important, and that's why we're running 3 of them. It has to be in the main phase, so you can't wait until your opponent's attacking or anything like that. So you gotta make sure that you pay attention, because the game will tell you your opponent's about to end your main phase. Are you activating this? And if you don't, then you're gonna lose. So anyway, the Ock will ritual summon during your opponent's turn. Now the level 8s, like I said, the ritual spells in your hand. If you summon them, Bethor will destroy cards equal to the number of ritual monsters in your graveyard. Ritual monsters with different names, right? Ritual monsters with different names in your graveyard. Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could realistically destroy 5 cards during your opponent's turn, which is insane. He doesn't have that good of an attack, but the field spell will keep him, will keep all your ritual monsters alive. They cannot be destroyed by battle the first time they would be destroyed. Also, if you have your your field spell and your special summon a monster, actually, you special summon any ritual monster, you get to add a ritual monster from your graveyard back to the hand. So that is how you're gonna be recycling your resources, and you really want to keep doing that so that you can get searches every time you summon one of them. So for example, you tribute the Ophiel, you add it back with Portal, and then the next turn, if you're able to summon the Ophiel again, you can search again, and that's kind of how you're gonna keep up with your resources. The level 8 will gain 300 attack and defense. Will give 300 attack and defense to all your face-up monsters per ritual monster in the graveyard, and they do not have to have different names. It's just any ritual monster. Actually, is it a Megalith monster? I mean, they're all Megalith, but I want to make sure I'm saying it correct. Any ritual monster. Okay. Alright. The rest of the deck, we're just trying to add consistency to it. So we're using Senjus because we need to search our ritual spells, quote unquote. So that's why we had triple Senju. And then double Gishki chain. It can also add, you know, more than half of your deck and set up your top deck. So potentially you can, you know, set up a Senju draw after you've already surged, or, you know, the trap, the field spell, whatever you need. I already went over the field spell. And then last, Megalith Emergence. This card can special summon a Megalith monster from your graveyard. The only problem with that is that when it leaves the field, it goes back into the deck. So if you, for example, if you summon your Ophiel using Emergence, and then you want to summon your Bethor, well, this is going to go into the deck. So if this was your only graveyard monster, you're not going to get to pop anything. You know, just keep that in mind. Other than that, I think Emergence is a great card. The fact that we can search it makes it a great one-of, in my opinion. And I know there's a lot of tech cards that people are trying out in this deck. My rule for when a new archetype is released is I play it as pure as possible, so I can get used to all the cards, and then we can start cutting and adding, you know, whatever techs we might need. Level augmentation is the skill, so we can use only one of our level 4s to summon the big boys, and that's it. You know, I said I was gonna simplify it. I feel like I talked a lot still. 6-minute deck explanation. Sorry, I'll put a timestamp so you guys can skip it. Alright, but first up, we're going up against Mu. Now, so this box is not great, let's be honest. But this deck is actually quite fun. It's not very hard to pilot once you understand their main gimmick. And it's actually quite fun, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's lacking. It's definitely lacking a little bit. So we're gonna activate Senju. Senju is going to add Ophiel. We're gonna summon Ophiel by tributing the Senju on the field. Ophiel is going to tribute itself to ritual summon the Auk. Auk is going to draw 1. And we're also going to add a monster thanks to our field spell. So now we're set up. I didn't want to activate my level augmentation because I can easily just tribute this guy and the Ophiel to summon the Bethor. Okay. Now this is Fortune Fairies. This replay, it's not that impressive. I just wanted to show the Bethor effect on your opponent's turn. So we're gonna let him put all his resources on the field. I mean, it's tributing, doing all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, all right, time to activate Auk. Summon the Bethor. I have 3 monsters in the graveyard. Pop everything. Before I even get a chance to pop everything, he hits me with a scoop face. And yeah, there you go. Now for some more interactive games. Now a lot of this, it could be, some of you are like, well, this deck is new, that's why you're winning, people don't know how to play against the deck. And that is true to an extent, but you can only play who's in front of you. Not my fault. My opponents make 4 head plays. So we're gonna go with Chocolate, draw 1. We're gonna activate Senju, search for or Haggith. I want the Haggith immediately so I can get my field spell. That way I can keep recycling my resources. So we're gonna add the field spell. Okay. And set a card. Alright, doesn't go into the attack or anything, so we're gonna tribute the Haggith to summon the Ophiel that we just drew into. My portal is gonna activate, bring back my level 8. And we're gonna get the Auk. Alright, now we can activate promotion. Oh, I was using promotion at one point. This card is not that great though. It basically doubles any level 4 monster you control to level 8 so that you can use it to, you know, summon your Megalith. But that's all it does. And I was like, you know what, I already have level augmentation. The field spell gives us a lot of recyclability. So we don't need this trap, and I took it out. Alright, Bethor activates. We destroy 2. Okay. Now we're going to summon Senju, add another level 8, which is a ritual spell. So we're going to use that, tribute the Senju on the field to summon Auk. Auk is going to draw 1 on this card, activate level augmentation. Summon the Phaleg and 4000 attack. so many ritual monsters in the graveyard, and both my monsters gain 1500 attack, and that is GG. 3. Okay. This is the only deck I've played so far. I'm gonna try the test tomorrow. Either something with Coral Dragon or the math ones. I'm still missing quite a bit of the math engine, so I don't know if I want to do that, or there's like 13 packs left in the deck, so I can chase that one last super rare that's left, which is the edition, I believe. I think it's edition. So I might wait on that and then just play Cybers or something. Alright, Auk is gonna activate, draw 1, discard. We need to add back the Bethor, activate or level augmentation. And if you can set this up turn 1, you're gonna be in good shape, because you're gonna be able to dodge, you're gonna be able to disrupt, and then next turn, you know, you can go for the rest of the plays. But this is what you want to prioritize turn 1. You want the Auk and you want the Bethor in hand. Alright, he attempts to end his turn, so we're gonna activate Bethor. Now, don't be afraid of activating your portal, because that's going to be a chain link 1, meaning it'll resolve last. So you're going to target something to add it to the hand, but then this will activate second, so you still have your 2 monsters, even though you're adding 1 back, because that's going to be added at the end of the chain. So we destroy a Floodgate and a Wall of Disruption. He sets another card. Hit him for 1500. Alright, top decks, or probably set up that Magician Rod draw with Circle. Activate Illusion Magic, get double Dark Magician. So we already know that's a navigation, which is unfortunate. I wish we would have destroyed that last turn. Summons the Dark Magician, he banishes my monster. So we're gonna summon the Emergence. Activate the Emergence to summon Auk. Auk is gonna add the Maggot back. And all of these monsters have 2500 defense or more. So it's not easy for Dark Magician to just get over them. On top of that, my field spell would protect them from 1 battle. Alright, so we're going to use Haggett to add the portal. And the only reason why I did that first is so that I could discard the portal with Auk after I draw my card. We're going to also add the Haggett back. And then just dump the other Haggett, because we top deck a Senju that we want to use. Get the LFL. And that's it. Alright, so it's gonna go Dark Magical Circle. When I use the Auk effect, summon Ophiel. Ophiel is gonna give me that Dank Search. And once again, it's 2500 defense, so it's not gonna be that easy to get over. Now, this was perfect. He used his navigation to negate the portal, and that's exactly what I wanted, because the Ophiel is going to add my Bethor back. And I'm going to be able to activate my Emergence at the end phase, summon my Auk. Now contribute the Ophiel to summon Haggett, get a Search, activate Portal yet again. So look at all the resources I keep gaining. When this deck gets going, it's really incredible. The thing is your starting hand going to be good enough to get you going. Now we're going to add the Flag. Auk is finally going to activate to summon Bethor. I just wanted to make sure I had 3 different names, 2 different names at least, and that is game. We get the Swift Scoop. So that was against Dark Magician. They're a good deck. I think it's this one. God, it's so hard now that they have the opponent's name instead of the character. So I used to be like, okay, I just saw Jack next. Now I think this is the replay. I'm hoping it's the replay. It's going to be the replay. So here we're going up against Taya. Life Point Boost Alpha. This was a very interesting matchup because my opponent is kind of playing a random deck. Nevertheless, what the deck, the Megaliths are able to work against is pretty impressive. So first we have a Malehu and a back row, so we're gonna activate Senju. Activate Flag, which is our ritual spell. Tribute the Senju to summon Haggett. I want to start with Haggett so I can get my field spell. Alright, now we can activate the portal. Tribute the Haggett, summon Ophiel. Ophiel is going to add a monster. Yep. I'm gonna add another Ock. Now we can tribute to summon the Ock. Activate the portal to get Ophiel back. Ock is gonna let me draw one. Now he goes here for the Molehu effect, which is fine. However, I already have the second Ock that I searched, so I can immediately go into Bethor. And we're gonna go ahead and nuke all that. Nuke it all up, so we get rid of this Field Spell, Molehu, and Rebirth. Goes for the Alistair. And it's like, well, if he goes Purgatrio, he can't destroy me because I'm immune to being this. I cannot be destroyed by battle once, so we're protected. Instead, he just kind of stalls with the Magelanica because he can't attack. He did search with the Field Spell. Here's where I was like, okay, I guess I'm in trouble. There has to be a Purgatrio coming. Instead, he goes for Casido, so he's playing very slow, very passive, not really committing into anything. And that's going to play to our favor. He goes for Palace, tries to destroy me, but again, the Field Spell is going to protect me once. We pick up Emergence, which is going to be pretty clutch. Now we're going to use that flank to summon the Ophiel search, add my Bethor back to the hand. And this is the kind of loop we're trying to get. The Field Spell we're going to use to get the Bethor back into our hand, and then we're going to use the Bethor to destroy the stuff that's in our way. However, here I wanted to prioritize going for the Cosidos, and I really wanted to force the Alistair more than anything. But again, my opponent's playing very passive. Here's where I took a gamble. He searched the Molehu, so I'm like, okay, I have to summon Ock immediately. That's going to give me another monster from my graveyard to my hand, so I'm going to have the requirements for Bethor. And then I can activate Bethor, destroy the Molehu, destroy whatever back row he activates. So I summoned this prematurely, but he already activated his Palace. So he has no battle phase next turn. Portal adds the Ock. He hits me with a Lava Golem. And I'm like, alright, it's your death then. So we're going to activate the trap. Portal is going to activate, giving me Ophiel back. So now we can tribute the Haggett, summon the Ophiel, get a search. Okay, now we can activate Ophiel, tribute the Haggett. Summon Bethor. Bethor destroyed the Magelanica. We don't have enough attack for game, but that's fine because he's gonna go for Purgatrio, and guess what? He can't attack. So next turn, we just have to do the loop again, which we can since we already have a Flag and an Ock. You know, all I have to do is activate Flag, tribute this, summon Ock. The Field Spell is gonna add it back, and then I can summon the Ock back. There it is. Flag, summon Ock. Portal, activate, Emergence, activate, so that I have 2 level 4s that I can tribute for my Bethos. There we go. Bethos summon. Destroy Purgatrio, game. So I mean, even though my opponent was gonna be in a forehead, just think about it. I won through a Purgatrio, a Casidos, a Magelanica, Molehu, and a Lava Golem. I think that's pretty impressive. But anyway, last but not least, sorry about how long this video ended up being. I'm always like, you know, I think the problem is that in my mind I'm like, okay, you have to talk as fast as possible so you can give them all the information they need, but then the video doesn't have to be 45 minutes. And then I lose my train of thought and I end up talking about other stuff. But we have a good hand. We have our Field Spell and we have Senju. So we're gonna add our Ritual Spell, summon the Ophiel. Ophiel is gonna let us get a monster. The really cool thing about adding the Bethos as our level 8 is that we can immediately get it back to our hand thanks to the Field Spell. Alright, so we're gonna tribute for Haggett. Haggett is going to add the trap card. But the main play we need obviously is going to be the Ock, so we can summon during his turn. Okay, draw 1, activate level augmentation. We could just use the trap and that would give us enough monsters, but I wanted to keep my trap hidden for a second. Unfortunately, he's gonna hit me with the Galaxy Cyclone, so I have to immediately summon the Ophiel, add the Haggett back. Pass the Elemental Lords, so another Element Saber. He's going to add the Lapula. We're gonna go ahead and tribute when he attempts to end his main phase. This is going to destroy his Melehu and his back row. So he's gonna flip one of my monsters face down, which doesn't matter because his turn is over. Alright, we pick up a Gishki Chain, add a Flag, and that was lethal, so he scoops. I think that was all the replays. Honestly, I lost track because, you know, the duels kind of blend together a little bit. Is this deck worth going into that atrocious box? No. I don't think so. At least not right now. The hybrids, you know, with Cyber Angels or other ritual monsters might make the deck even better, but as a pure investment like this, I don't think it's worth. I think the Senjus are way too important. So if you don't have the Senjus, your deck is already gonna suffer consistency. Gishki is good, but it definitely does not replace Senju because, you know, your ritual spells could be at the bottom of the deck, and it doesn't matter how many times you Gishki chain, you're not going to get them. So yeah, Senju is just way too important. The deck is fun, but I need to see more. I need to see more. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. And until next time.